Talking about Megatron, Calvin Johnson, Jordan Ryan. Destined for greatness as the second overall pick in the 2007 draft out of Georgia Tech. He delivered dominance. He's the all-time leading receiver in Lions history with over 700 catches, well over 11,000 yards, and in just 9 seasons, 1,964 yards came in one season. 2012, that is still the most in NFL history. Pretty good, you know. That season he had 8 straight 100-yard games, still tied for the record, and 11 all told that season, tying Michael Irvin's mark. The next season, caught passes in one game for 329 yards against Dallas, second best in the history of the 101 years of the NFL. Through all of it, his work ethic outpaced his numbers. He retired after only 9 years and only after 135 games. Usually not enough to be considered a first ballot Hall of Famer. But, come on, this one was easy. Calvin is only the 7th wide receiver to go in his first year of eligibility. And there's one other item. He's just 35 years old. Only Gale Sayers and Jim Brown were enshrined at a younger age. Even Barry Sanders was 36. Calvin's presenter tonight is longtime friend Derek Moore.
Megaleo, that's the Greek word for greatness. There was nothing average about Calvin. He was mega, he was big. Calvin Johnson was Megaleo. He makes that walk down that tunnel. He transforms into this superhuman, this super being, this Megatron, this transforming, unbelievable, unstoppable, just dominant entity.
Oh, baby, he did it again! Megatron with a score!
He put together 9 years of the most spectacular football from the wide receiver position imaginable. He absolutely entertained the world.
Standing at 6 feet 5 inches, 237 pounds, the receiver known as Megatron did everything big. From his 329 yards in a single game, or passing Jerry Rice for most receiving yards in a season.
Megatron into the history books, breaking Jerry Rice's all-time record for receiving yards in a season.
And he makes that catch and turns that thing downfield and then takes the ball and brings it to his dad. And just to see that relationship, which has been amazing over the years, then he just casually goes back to the field and continues the ball game. Calvin gave the NFL a breath of fresh air that his unlimited skills and talents was also someone with tremendous humility.
Hanging up his cleats with the NFL record of 8 straight 100-yard receiving games and leading the NFL in receiving yards and touchdowns during his 9-year career, Calvin Johnson becomes only the 3rd player to be enshrined at age 35 years or younger.
He has amazed me from the time that I met him, and I'm just overwhelmed with that. It's hard for me when Calvin comes and sees me. I have to push him out the door because I'm going to cry, trying to talk about him. So I get him out the door. He's just that incredible. So I tell Dr. Johnson and Calvin Sr., that's my son too.
Who you go to? Calvin Johnson.
I am honored and privileged to present my friend, Calvin Johnson, for enshrinement into the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
Ladies and gentlemen, presenting Calvin Johnson for enshrinement into the Pro Football Hall of Fame, Derek Moore.
trying to keep my emotions in check here, so y'all chill out. That's what Good evening, everybody. It's truly an honor to be standing before you this evening to celebrate this incredible moment. I'd like to start by thanking the Pro Football Hall of Fame for this incredible recognition. I would also like to congratulate the class of 2020, as well as my fellow class of 2021. It is an incredible honor and privilege to join such an esteemed class as we head into Canton together. There are so many people who has been instrumental to my being here in this special moment that time would not allow me to recognize. From College Park to Tyrone, from Atlanta to Detroit, I want you to know that I know who you are, I know what you've done, and I know how you've impacted me. And I want to say thank you to each and every one of you. Thank you. As many of you know, I'm not one for many words. I try to make my words count. So I've decided to share with you some things that matter to me most this evening. And those are moments, people, and legacies. One of the more defining moments for me came early in my career. In my first year in the NFL, I suffered a serious back injury. It was so bad at the moment, I couldn't feel my legs, and I thought my career would be over. But what most don't know is the road to recovery from that back injury that year, and the physical and mental pain that I played well into my career. But going into that second year, despite dealing with the pain and the back injury, I made up my mind that I was going to be the best, most dominant receiver in the NFL every time I stepped onto the football field. A mindset born from once being told I have a little potential. It was my teammate Roy Williams in 2006-07 who gave me the name Megatron when I came into the league. But it was my second year when that Megatron mindset was born. But no matter how much I dominated, as the legends here know, the pain never left. The pain was so severe that I would take whatever I could just to manage the pain to be able to play. The pain began to take a toll on my body and my quality of life. And it wasn't getting any better, and there came a moment when I know my time in this league, those days were numbered. But I was okay with this because I left it all on the field and enjoyed every moment. My journey through the pain began to reshape my view of the world. It gave me more empathy and understanding for those who suffer and deal with pain on a daily basis. It also motivated me to be someone who's focused on making a change on the issue. There are so many people living in our world with pain right now, and I want to speak to you for a moment. I want you to know that I see you, and you matter, and to fight and do your best to make it through and never give in to the pain. I also want to take a moment to share about a few people who have been instrumental in shaping my journey. Roddy Walker, my high school head coach at Sandy Creek High School. You saw things in me that I didn't see in myself. You spoke confidence into me and solidified my parents' teaching by emphasizing the same principles. Derek Moore, my team chaplain for Georgia Tech and spiritual mentor. It was my spiritual stability that you helped me discover while in college that became key for me in life. Your energy is contagious, and I'm grateful to call you a friend. Thank you. Buddy guys, I'm my Georgia Tech wide receiver coach. You taught me there are two things you can always control in this life: your attitude and your effort. Doing so changes your outlook and outcomes and situations when you look at things from this perspective. Sean Jefferson, my Detroit wide receiver coach, you always taught me to answer the bell, answer the door immediately when adversity knocks. Your motto was my off-season mantra: stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Buzz Cook, my agent, put your phone down. Thank you for being a stand-up guy. You and all those around you, I appreciate the support you've shown my family over all the years, and I'm grateful to have had you and your team in my family, in my life. Tracy Shulman, Tom Benner, Dr. Raymond Hillenbrand, my body specialist team, thank you for keeping me on the field and taking care of my family. Without you, I wouldn't have made it to Canton. It gives me great joy to call all my friends. Woo. Lions fans in the city of Detroit. When we were 0-16, you never stopped showing up. You were disappointed, but you never stopped showing up. Every week you showed up. This motivated me to do the same thing for you. You love me and my family unconditionally over these 15 years. I want you to know, Michigan is our home, Detroit is our city, Lions fans are our pride. To all my teammates and coaches over the class, over all the levels I played, could you please stand for a second? I'd like to give you some recognition. Please stand, all my teammates and coaches. Coaches too. Come on, Swartz. Come on, Jim. Come on. There you go, Mark. For the sake of time, it's hard for me to go back and name every single one of you. It's not really hard, but I just want you to know I valued every moment I spent with you on the field, in the locker room, and with our families. These relationships and friendships will last a lifetime. And I want you to know they've helped carry me to this moment right here. I'm thankful for each and every one of you. Love you. Britt, Mom, Dad, Shay, Wally, Saray, Ari, David and Cam, Big David, Granddad, and my boys, Caleb, Calvin, and Carter, and all my family that I have here and friends. I love you all dearly. My big sister Shay, Erica Lachey Johnson. Oh, Dawson, my bad, you done me. You were the president. You were able to take our parents' best attributes and principles and turn them into a living example of success for all of us to follow. Calvin Sr., from consistently being on call on the railroad or putting food on the table, the attitude in which you handle any task on or off the track taught me how to handle and maintain my demeanor in all situations. Mom, Arthur Johnson, I'm thankful for your vision and drive. Her spirit leads her, her drive pushes her to be the best at everything she touches, and not even a blow, such as pancreatic cancer, was able to dampen her spirit. It was such a sequence of events where I saw her faith in action. What a blessing, an honor, and an inspiration it was to witness and to have you as our mother. To my beautiful wife, Brittany, to my beautiful, lovely wife, you brought balance to our demanding worlds. You're such a kind spirit, and I admire the way you love on our boys, our handsome little boys unconditionally. The way you helped me in my development of my emotional intelligence, oftentimes by just being a sounding board, has preserved more than you know. You know me, I can be a little rough around the edges, but your grace and smooth touch keeps us in balance. Like that. I spent time thinking about my legacy and what I'll leave behind. My legacy in sports has been solidified with no greater honor than standing before you today amongst these gentlemen. But my life's legacy is still being written. My journey through life in sports has led me to a point of pursuing a new legacy. For me, that legacy is improving quality of life for athletes and others. For those who are out there suffering in silence and living in pain. For those who feel like there's no hope for better days. In my partnerships, I'm committed to helping people elevate their wellness. To the NFL, college football, and all major sports, including the Olympics, it's oftentimes we recognize the potential of phytomedicines, plant medicines, to aid in improving the mental health and quality of life for so many. These plants, primitive in nature, provide an alternative to their destructive counterparts, opioids. And I'm honored to be partnered with Harvard University, Dr. Wilfred Gross, John Hopkins, and other institutions to help address the global disparities and bring validated solutions to people everywhere. The legacy I've left behind thus far is a direct reflection of the moments my family and friends have poured into me. And my understanding that excellence alone does not come from wishful thinking or God-given ability, but one's availability to channel those wishful thoughts into action to achieve a desired outcome. In closing, I ask that you all join me in leaving your own legacy by helping to improve the quality of life for others in whatever way you can. Because moments, people, and legacy matters. Before I end, I'd like to tell you, I never was one to celebrate. But all things come from above. And every time I scored that touchdown, all I did was point up to the sky. Because that's where all good things come from. And this right here, this is a good thing. Thank you all. God bless.